Alright, so this is basically gonna show you um, how to work things in here. So first of all, we're gonna start with settings. So first you have auto detect. What that does, it auto detects the method the game uses to shoot their bullets, because different games will use different crap. So or you can just do it manually here. That should be pretty simple. Most people have it on auto detect just to save the time and effort. Next you have your target. You can choose NPC, your player, and yes, it works. It works pretty well actually. Um, and let me tell you this because I know people are going to complain about this. Um, it can detect NPCs pretty well, but just because it can detect NPCs doesn't mean you can actually shoot them. Because like on Reason to Die Awakening, I can't shoot the zombies, but it detects them just fine, or vice versa. But I just wanted to point that out because I know people are going to complain about it. I'll try to fix it in the future, but I really can't be bothered. Next, you have the toggle for silent aim. Next, you have mode. Pretty self-explanatory. If you want somebody, you want to get the person next to your cursor or it's somebody closest to you. Then you have distance. So if somebody is 100 steps away, it'll get them. If somebody's 5,000 steps away, because that's the max, I'm going to set it as. We get people 5,000 steps away. It's just your limit. Next, you have hit chance. That works pretty well. Um, Set it to 50 chance, it's pretty self-explanatory. You got headshot chance, um, pretty self-explanatory as well. You have your configuration, you have visibility check, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Team check, health check, and exemplify hit. What that does is this can be the use like the importance of it varies on the game you're playing. So for example, if you're playing Arsenal, it doesn't matter at all. It does not. But for other games like bullet hell or something like that, this is really nice. So what it does is it defines it defines the hit variable, so you don't have to double click. So most third person games you have to shoot and then you have to click again so the hit is defined. But this it automatically defines it. So it's pretty nice. Next you have visuals. Ignore the ESP crap. I haven't done that yet. I just added it there so I can just save time. Next you have your field of view, pretty self-explanatory. Set the size, you got your color here. Whoops, that's a little bug. You can set it to rainbow. You can set it to 0 here. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So next you have crosshair. You can set the thickness of it. You can set the length. You can set the color. It's alright. Next you have target info. I'm just using this to substitute ESP. But what it does, it gets the player's name and the studs they are from far away. So let's see if I can actually do this really quick. Do this. Um, See, you get the name and the studs. You can change the color of it, pretty self-explanatory as well. You got radar. Now this is my favorite. Let's go ahead and reset here. All right. So now it's kind of trippy. Sometimes it can be. Like if you move it around, kind of gives it this 3D effect. It depends on the camera's perspective. Instead of just a look vector of your humanoid, it's a lot easier. You got your enemy color. You can set them to, sparkles. You can set them to rainbow. It's cool looking, I guess. It's not ugly. It's alright. Next, you have combat. This is my favorite feature overall. Oh, whoops, I could have disabled that. So, none is just regular silent aim. No biggie. Wallbot, it's kind of buggy, but it's pretty self-explanatory what it does. It'll detect if somebody's behind a wall, then it shoots. and this is where these come in. So you have terrain check detects if they're behind terrain. I need to add this to visibility check, but I'm just using it to substitute. It's just so easy for me for now. Next you have walls. So if you want to shoot through 10 walls, and um the maximum thickness the walls can be 10 studs. 10 studs is pretty thick. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like I was thinking with common sense, because you can't shoot through a 20 stud wall, or I don't know if I said that correctly, but it doesn't matter. um, you can't shoot through a thick wall. Like if you're playing a game that has wall bang, realistically, it's not gonna be able to shoot through that. Next, you have Reachbot. This is pretty nice too. So all the people that are behind me, right there, it would kill them. It would literally kill them. And that goes for everybody around you that are visible to the player. I will probably merge Wallbot and Ragebot at some point, but not right now. Next, you have a Rangebot here. And what that does is, if okay, so it relies on your FOV. It doesn't need to be enabled or anything or visible. So if a player is in the FOV, it automatically kills them. So if this guy's in a BAM, he's dead. He's in there, BAM, he's dead, dead, etc. Next, you have Triggerbot. Triggerbot, if you hover somebody, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. It's self-explanatory yet again. Um. Next we have. Let me disable this so it's not distracting. Input. What you can do is, so for these bots, they automatically use this synapse function for mouse click or mouse release, etc. So if you want the mouse to spam or hold it, you can. If it's an automatic gun, you hold it down. It doesn't spam it. If you have like a pistol, then it'll bam bam bam. It'll auto click, and it's really nice. Next you have the delay, the mouse release delay. So you click, wait, click again. So it's just the wait time between the clicks. Next you have auto reload. This is a really nice feature. I'm currently it's a work in progress, but it works pretty nice. It works nicely. What this does, it detects if a game has this kind of format, 10 bullets out of 100 bullets. Um, so you can do, if you want to, like, let's say you have a machine gun and you want to reload it at 50 bullets because you're doing like the Ragebot auto farm type of thing. It reloads at 50 bullets. So yeah, or it has to be, it can be less than or equal to. It's no biggie. Next you have anti-kick. Yet again, other pretty great conception. So I can perform an example right now. So if I enable this and the rejoin wait, let's say this is after you get kicked. So it waits 5 seconds, then rejoins, because some games it takes a while to register it. If you know what that means. If you don't worry about it. And you have just rejoin type. You know, you want to join the same server, join the same server game, etc. So if I did this, I can't be bothered. I'll do it at the end. Next, you have keybinds. Pretty self-explanatory as well. You have like let's say auto reload. You know, that type of thing. You can unbind it by double clicking. And then we have UI visibility. You could set it to D, and that's pretty self-explanatory. Now opacity, it's really ugly. I have not tampered with this since the day I scripted it, so it's really ugly. Prepare your eyes. It's disgusting. If you're wondering why this is darker, it's just that's where the drag is at. So just in case you're concerned. Save settings. I'm going to make this later, but not right now. And it's pretty self-explanatory what it does. So if you had this at like 2, click save settings, it saves it at 2. It goes for all toggles and colors. That's what I wanted to do, ideally. And that's pretty much what everything does. So If this helped, let me know, cause I might have to redo this. But otherwise, thanks for stopping by.